Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number, this has to be day number 4. Oh, wow, I can't believe it. Day number 4, week 10, fall 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. Let's begin. So we have completed, I checked it yesterday, and we have completed our journey. No, today is Monday, today is Friday. We've completed our journey with order of operations. We done that. That's good. So we have to start a new topic today, even though I was like, can we just start a new topic on Monday? But there's not really much to do on that topic anymore. So except, more practice questions, which you can do on your own spare time. I think we've, fully finished that one. That was a good, rigorous, exhaustive look at order of operations. Very proud of what we were able to do with that one. Now we move on to a nice topic. This is actually a nice topic. It's very fun. It's a fun topic. It's a thinky topic. You have to really, it's easy, but you have to be able to decipher and recognize the patterns. So today we're gonna be
I have a suggestion.
Go ahead.
Can we do like fractions, like multiply and unlike fractions and stuff?
No, not today. Not today. Thank you for the suggestion. We're gonna be looking at sequences. Actually, part of sequences involves when we have mixed numbers. So that might be a good chance. If you want to see fractions, you could see fractions there. We're gonna start easy and then we're gonna, heighten it up a bit. So with sequences, they give you a sequence, and what you have to do is you have to figure out what is the pattern. And once you find the pattern, then you can be able to iterate to find the next number. That's basically how sequences work. But the trick is understanding understanding what pattern it is and understanding how to find the patterns. That's the trick. All right. So so the better we get at that, the better we can get at sequences. And so let's begin with that. If you're unable to speak, if your mic is not working, if unable, just raise your hand so I can unmute you. Otherwise, let's begin. Okay. Kaden, Alea.
Mr. Petit.
Good night, good night. Who was Emerald? That's Malik, I guess. Malik. Okay, Trinity. Okay, good.
Good afternoon.
Good night. All right, so
Emerald, Margarita Rowan.
oh, that's Margarita. Okay, Margarita. Okay, good. All right, so let's begin with our first example. Examples. And our goal is to complete, well, let's say find the next 2 terms in the sequence. That's our goal. Find the next 2 terms in the sequence. When we say terms with the sequence, we just basically mean what is going to be the next 2 numbers that is going to be a part of the sequence. All right. Write this down for me, please. Aiden, are you writing this down? Where's Aiden? Aiden Bean, are you writing this down? And Alexander Pintard, are you writing this down, Alexander? Where's Alexander Pintard? Alexander, can you hear me? You can't hear from Alexander. Alexander Pintard, are you there? How about Alex Delaveau? Are you there, Alex?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Alex?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So number 1, let's say we have this one. Let's say we have the sequence 2, 5, 8, and 11. And our goal is to figure out what is going to be the next 2 terms, right? And let's say for number 2, we have, for number 2, let's say we have 3, comma 6, comma 12, comma 24, comma, what else is these 2? For number 3, let's say we have,
Basically based off of times table.
for number 3, we have 18, comma, 14, 10, 6, and so on. For number 4, we have, write this down for me, please. For number 4, we have for number 4, we have 1, 4, 9, 16, comma, dot, dot. These are some good ones to start off with, right? So let's start off with these 4. I think these are good 4 to start off with, right?
Mr. Petit, are we doing it together?
We're doing it together.
Can I do the first one with you?
Yes, we can. Let me open up the chat. I'm going to open up the chat. If you have already answered this in your book, put your answers in the chat for me, please. But let's go ahead and answer these together. So for number 1. Okay, so the first thing is identifying the pattern. That's the first thing. So for number 1, by the way, what you have for number 1, Sashanique?
I have 14 and 17 because number 1 is a arithmetic.
Wait, you say 14 and
17 because number 1 is an arithmetic sequence and it's counting, adding by 3.
you're saying 14 and
14, 15, 16, 17.
so she said that she got 14 and 17. Anyone else got 14 and 17?
I got 13 and
I get 14 and 17 too.
Who else
I
got
got 13 and 15.
13 and 15, 14 and 17, 13 and 15. What is it? So
Because at it, where you have 2, you skip 2 more numbers and you get 5. You skip 2 more numbers, you get 8. You skip 2 more numbers and you get 11. So I say 13 and 15.
really, is that how it goes?
I say 14 and 17.
You say 14 and 17? Why?
You add 3 numbers.
No, every time you add
I also
3.
say 14 and 17. Yes, you add 3.
Ah.
You add 3. That's what I did.
So how are we gonna get it? Like you have to identify the pattern, right? So
Because 2, 3, 4, 5,
mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7, 8, 8,
So-
9, 10, 11.
Okay,
And
so
then 11, 12. Yeah.
okay, so the key here is identifying the pattern, right? So you have to figure good day. You have to figure out what we add. So in order to get from 2 to 5, what did we do?
Gotta add 3.
We added what?
3.
We add 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Then, so apparently that seems like the pattern. So let's try adding 3 again. So in order for us to move from 5 to 8, we add what?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, how did you get the 3?
Because you just know it. Like you could say 5 minus 2. Like ask yourself, Harmony, where's Harmony? Has Harmony asked that question, right?
Yes, sir.
Like how do you move from 2 to 5? Like how do you get that?
5 minus 2?
You just say 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know that you added 3 to get 5, right? So 2 plus 3 is 5, and then 5 plus 3 is 8.
Oh, I understand it now.
Yeah. And then 8 plus what? 8 plus
8 plus 3 is 11.
8 plus 3 is 11. And then, so we now, in order for us to get our next answer, we have to do what? 11,
Add 3.
11 plus what?
3.
11 plus 3, which gives us what?
14.
14. Right? 11 plus 3 is 14. And then, so that means that this is 14. And then how are we going to get the next one? We have to add
Mm.
what?
The 3 also.
We have to add the 3 also. So it's going to be 14 plus what?
Plus 3.
14 plus 3. Which gives us what?
17.
Which gives us 17. All right. Let me know if you all understand how we got 14 and 17, please. Let me know. If you understand
Yes,
how we got
sir.
14 and 17.
Yes, I understand.
Nigger.
You understand? Okay. All right. Someone is in there that's not supposed to be in there again. Okay, so we got 14 plus 3, that's 17. And 11 plus 3.
This is CFO.
Okay. 1 second. I don't know. This person don't have no life, man. Oh my. And then they left.
I can deal with them, you know, Mr. Petit.
If we could find them, if we could,
One those Zoom class bombers.
yeah.
Let's
Uh,
use the firewall to get rid of them anytime they join.
Yeah, that's correct, Cleveland. Okay, so but he's not there no more. He left. They're cowards. Okay, so 11 plus 3 is going to be what? 14. That's how we get 14, and then 14 plus 3 is going to be 17.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
question, is number 1 the same thing as number 2?
Okay, so let's try number 2, right? How we move from 3 to 6?
You multiply by 2.
They multiply everyone by 2.
You
So
multiply by 2.
did we add in this case, or did we multiply?
Multiply.
Multiply.
Multiply, right? So we have, this is going to be, let me use a different color. Let me just keep the red. So it's going to be, how we move from 3 to 6? We what? Multiply by
By
what?
2.
Multiply
By
by
2.
2, right? So 3 times 2 is 6. And how do we move from 6 to 12?
2 times 6 is 12.
Very good. 2 times 6 is 12. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. How do we move from 12 to 24?
Times 2.
Multiply by 2.
Multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. So 12 times 2 is 24. And how we move from 24? Which all answers is for this one?
48 and 96.
48.
So we say 24 times what?
2.
Times 2. Which gives us what? 24 times 2. Gives us,
48.
gives us 48.
48.
48, very good, 48. And then we have
48 times 2 give you 96.
Let me do 48. Let me do a different color. Let me do 48 times 2. 48 times 2, which gives us what?
96.
48 times 2 is
96.
96.
Right.
96. So that means that our answer here is going to be 96. And what else? And
48.
and 48.
48.
All right. Class, do y'all understand what we're doing or no? Let me know if y'all understand, please.
Yeah, so
Who do not understand how we get answers? You're still lost. You don't know what we're doing. Anyone who don't know or who do not understand?
Getting there.
Getting there.
For number 2, why you have to multiply?
Because you have to follow the pattern. Like every time the pattern is not gonna be the same. The pattern is gonna be different in every case. So so you who's saying it?
Thank you.
Who's saying they don't understand? Who, Ricardo? Ricardo? Okay. So Ricardo, which one don't you understand? The first one or the second one?
The second one.
Okay, so how do we move from 3 to 6?
Pardon me?
How do we move from 3 to 6?
Multiply by 2.
Good afternoon.
Gonna have to multiply by 2. So we say 3 times 2 and that gives us 6, right?
Yes, sir.
And then how do we move from 6 to 12? We multiply
Yes.
by 2 again, right? 6 times 2 gives us
12.
12, you understand?
Yes,
And then
sir.
how do we move from 12 to 24? Well,
Multiply.
multiply by 2, exactly. 12 by 2 gives you 24.
24.
And so in order for us to move from 24 to 48, we have to multiply by 2.
by 2.
Yeah, multiply by 2. So we multiply 24 by 2. In order for us to move from 48 to 96, we have to multiply by 2 as well. That makes sense?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Good. Now let's do number 3. Number 3, we move from 18, 14, 10, 6. What's our answer gonna be now?
2.
2,
And what else?
Negative 6.
-2.
-2.
-2.
Okay, so we move from 18. How do we move from 18 to 14? What do we do?
You
subtract by
subtract.
4,
We subtract 4. How do we move from 14 to 10?
subtract 4,
We subtract 4. How do we move from 10 to 6?
We subtract 4.
Subtract 4 again. And how do we move from 6 to whatever this number is? We're gonna what? Subtract
4.
subtract 4. So 6 minus 4 is what?
2.
2. Very good. And so this is gonna be, well, this is gonna be 6 minus 4, which is 2. And then we have 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4, which is what?
Negative.
Oh, this was being blue. Blue, so this is going to be, let me erase this. So it's gonna be 2 minus 4, which is what?
-2.
Negative 2. Now you may be wondering how we get -2. If you look at the number line, this is our number line. Let's say this is 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is -1, -2, -3. So if we start at 2, so if we start at 2 and we take away how much? We take away 4. Let's take away 4. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that means that 2 take away 4 lands us at where? -2. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense.
That's how you get negative 4.
That's how we get -2. Say it again. Someone asked a question. Someone's asking how we got -4.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got
Yes,
-4.
sir.
We got -4 because 18 minus 4 is 14. 14 minus 4 is 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. So we know that in each case, we're gonna minus 4. All right. That's how we.
It's a -4, not
Yeah, basically it's a -4 in each case, all right? And so that's why we do 6 minus 4, and that gives us 2, and then we know we have to subtract again by 4. So it's going to be 2 minus 4, which gives us -2. You understand that, Nico? Or no?
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
No, sir, not really.
Not really? Okay. How do we move from 18 to 14? How do we move from 18 to 14? What do we do? What do we have to do in order to move from 18 to 14?
Subtract.
Subtract.
18
Subtract.
minus 4.
Yeah, 18 minus 4, right? Now, how do we move from 14 to 10?
14 minus 4.
14 minus 4, so you subtract by 4. How do we move from 10 to 6?
10 minus 4.
Minus 4. So in each case, we have to subtract by what?
4.
Exactly. So if we move it to 6, it's going to be 6 minus 4, which is what?
2.
2. And then we have to do 2 minus 4. Now, what is 2 minus 4? Well, 2
Two.
minus 4 is -2. How do we know that? Because if we start at 2 and we minus 4, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We end at -2. Okay? So 2 minus 4 is a -2. You understand that? You understand that? Nico?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Did anyone get number 4? Number 4 is difficult. Anyone get number 4?
So I got 20
Yes, sir.
and 35.
What y'all got for number
I
4?
got it.
25
25 and 36.
Say it again.
25 and 36.
25 and 36. How did y'all get that?
Because
Just
Doubling
between
the numbers.
them.
5 times 5 is 25 and 6 times 6 is 36.
I got mine by
I got mine by adding the spaces between them.
You got yours by adding the
prime numbers.
spaces? Okay,
Yes, sir.
how did you got
by
yours?
adding prime numbers.
Okay, so tell me.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, so first I looked at one going into 4. So I said there's 3 difference.
Yeah.
Then 4 into 9 is adding 2 more,
Okay.
which should be 5, which is second, and which is the prime number after that.
Yes.
And then after 5 is 7, and 9 plus 7 equals 16.
Okay.
Or it could just be adding a number and then adding 2 onto that.
Adding odd numbers, right?
Basically, yes, sir.
So it's gonna be, so if we move from 1 to 4, how do we move from 1 to 4? How do
By
we move
adding 3.
I
by
got it.
add
Yeah.
what? Add what? Add 3.
3.
Very good.
Mr. Petit, I did them by the square root.
Perfect squares, that's fine. How do we move from 4 to 9?
5.
Adding
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 what? Adding what?
5.
Add 5, right? So the first time we add 3, the second time we add 5. How do we move from 9 to 16?
By adding
Add
7.
7.
Add 7.
adding 2 more to 5.
Add 7. So how are we gonna move from 16 to the next number?
Adding 2 more to 7.
Which is what? Add what?
Use an odd number.
9.
Add 9.
Adding
Add
14.
9. Add 9. Not 14.
Basically odd numbers.
Add 9. Just, yeah, basically adding odd numbers. So adding consecutive odd numbers. So we have,
I don't understand.
you don't understand? Okay,
I don't understand the part where you put like 7 plus 9.
okay,
I don't understand it
Add
either.
them. We have to
I don't
add
either.
the
okay.
space.
All right, so that's how it goes. So how do we move from 1 to 3? How do we move from 1 to 4? We add what? 3, because 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, so in order for you to get from 1 to 4, you have to add 3. Now, how do you move from 4 to 9? Well, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you add 5, right? How do you move from 9 to 16?
Is the answer 26?
How do you move from 9 to 16? You add what?
7.
Add 7. because 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? So basically, in each case, we add an odd number. So in this case, we added 3. In this case, we added 5. In this case, we added 7. So that means that in order to get the next one, we have to add what? We have to add 9. So 16 plus 9 is what? 16 plus 9. 16 plus 9 is 25. Right? And then let's do another one. So it's going to be what? 25. So in that case, we added 9. So how are we going to move to get the next one? We have to add what?
11.
Add, not 9 again. Add what?
11.
Add 11.
11.
Add 11. So this is going to be what?
36. 36.
25 plus what?
11.
Plus 11 gives us what?
36.
36. 36. All right. And that's how we get 36. All right. Any questions on this? Let me know if you understand this, please. Let me know if you understand this. If you have any questions. Okay, good. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture
Mr.
of this and
Petit,
send it
can
to
you
me via
explain the
WhatsApp.
last one more time, please?
Yes, I can. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to send in their work. Everyone, I need everyone to send in their work, please. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Christina Scrawn, can you hear me? Where's Christina Scrawn?
Yes, sir.
You still on solving equations?
So I send them in now.
Okay. You're doing?
I'm doing them and then sending them in.
Okay, no problem. Do you have any questions on it? Let me know, please.
Not on solving equations.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay. Anyone have a question that I need to answer for number 4? Anyone want me to do that over? Number 4.
Me.
Okay. All right, so let's do number 4 over. So number 4, where's Neely? Zion Neely, are you there?
I'm there.
Okay, so for number 4, we have, how do you move from 1 to 4? What do you have to do?
By adding 3.
To add 3, good. How do you move from 4 to 9?
By adding 5.
Add 5. How do you move from 9 to 16?
By adding 7.
So in this case, we add 3. In this case, we add 5. In this case, we add 7. So what's the next number we have to add?
9.
Because we're adding odd numbers, okay?
Yes, sir.
So 16 plus 9 is?
25.
25. How do we move from, so we already add 9, then we have to add 11, right? So because the odd number after 9 is? 11. So 25 plus 11 is what?
36.
36. And that's how we get 36. Does that
Okay,
make
thank
sense?
you. Yes, sir.
All right, the rest of you, have you, the rest of you, do you understand this? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But
Yes,
can
sir.
you
Yes.
do more examples?
Who feel like they need more examples?
I do.
I do. I really do.
I do.
So we can't go on the grade exercise yet?
No, but 2 more.
2 more examples.
Not yet.
2 more examples. Okay. Okay, so.
But if we did say yes, we could still do more.
Mr. Petit.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
I send you a message in the chat group. In the chat. Can
this
I answer me, please?
This is Dunaway.
Possible?
Hey, listen, anything is possible.
Thank you.
No problem, no problem. All right, that's a good one. Okay, so let's do another one. I thought sequences is gonna be easy. I really thought this was gonna be an easy one. It is easy. You just have
It
to
is.
know. You just have
From
to,
1 to 3 was easy. The 4 one was like a little
yeah,
confused.
you gotta think for that one, right? Some of them you have to think, you have to honestly think, like there's no substitution for thinking, right? So some of them you actually have to think about it, and to be honest, you don't know what's gonna come, and you just have to be able to think about it, right? And figure your own way, because there's multiple ways to do it. It's like this is not the only way. Like whatever pattern you could see, be like, okay, I think this is what happened, and then especially for number 4, like that's not the only way you could do that, right? There's other ways you could do that. So why am I great at exercise? I supposed to be the mic.
Mr. Viti.
Uh-huh.
I have to leave for a little while, but I'll be back like later.
Okay, no problem. So
Okay.
the same thing applies. We want to find the next 2 terms in the sequence. All right. So so let's say we have, let's say we have say we have 10, then 15, then 20, then 25. It's going to be our next 2 terms. Let's say we have so we have a 9 and 18 and 27 and 36. It's going to be our next 2 terms. Right? Let's say we have
Mr. Matitas, this is good at exercise.
it's just examples. 72 and 60 and 48 and that and that. And let's say we have 1 and 3 and 6 and 10, right? Okay. I want to expand. I don't want this to take. I want to expand this so we have more space. So let's call this one 2. Let's call this one 3. Let's call this one 4. All right. Okay, so anyone have any answers for number 1?
No, so
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Majola?
sir.
We basically counting 5.
30 and
The
35.
pattern is add 5.
I
Basically,
mean, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35.
very good. So we have 10 plus 5, which is 15. Then 15 plus what? Plus 5 is what? 20.
20,
And 20 plus 5 is
25,
25. There's going to be 25. Yeah?
30,
So we add what? The next step is to add
5,
add 5. Okay. It's going to be
30,
30. And then we add 5 again.
35.
That's going to be what? That's going to be 35. Okay. Y'all understand the first one, right?
That was easy.
Yes, sir.
That one was straightforward, right?
Yeah, you set us up. Yes,
That was easy.
hard.
All right. Number 2. We doing in this case.
You multiplying by 2.
9. Add
Add
9.
Add 9.
You're adding 9.
Add 9. So 9 plus 9 is 18.
18,
18 plus 9 is
27.
27. 27 plus 9 is
36.
So you mess up a date.
36, yes.
And you can multiply too, right?
Multiply by what?
2.
No, because if you multiply 9 by 2, you get 18, but if you multiply 18 by 2, you don't get 27.
You have to multiply 18.1 to 1.5 to get 27.
Yeah, so
You only get
no,
56.
no. So what's the next number after this?
45.
45. Because again, we add 9,
Yes.
and then
The next number is 54.
we add 9 again, so it's gonna be 54. All right, anyone got that for number 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 3, what y'all have for that one?
Minus 12.
Subtract by 12.
Subtract by 12. So we
Yes,
move
sir.
from 72 to 60 by minusing 12. And then 60 to 48, we what?
Minus 12.
Minus 12. And then 48 to whatever this is, we have the minus 12. What y'all got when y'all subtract by 12?
36.
36. And then we subtract by 12 again, we get what?
24.
24. All right, that's pretty straightforward. Any questions on the first 3? Any questions on the first 3?
Not so far.
No? Okay, good. Now let's do the fourth one. What you got for the fourth one?
So
Plus
you
2.
add for number 1, you add 2, then you
Mhm.
add 3, then you add 4, then you add 5, and then you add 6.
Very good. So for this one, so we add consecutive integers. So if it's from 1 to 3, we add what?
2.
We add 2. Yeah.
2.
From 3 to 6, we add
3.
3. From 6 to 4, we add
4.
4. From 10 to what we gonna add now?
5.
Add 5, yeah. Add 5. So 10 plus 5 is gonna be what?
15.
15. Okay. And then from 15 to
Fatigue, not to interrupt, but I gonna make a quick run. I coming right back.
no problem.
All right.
Then we add what?
6.
Add 6. Add 6. So 15 plus 6 is what?
21.
15 plus 6 is. Anyone got that before we did it? Anyone got
Yes,
that?
sir.
Yes, sir.
I did.
When you started the first place, I realized what I was doing.
Okay. All right. Please put an I inside the chat if you understand what to do. Put an I inside the chat if you understand what to do. Put an N if you do not understand what to do, please. But put an I inside the chat if you understand what to do. You write the sequences or PEMDAS?
Sequences.
PEMDAS.
Basically.
I don't know.
PEMDAS or geometry.
Both.
Both, okay. Put an I inside the chat if you understand what to do. Put an N if you do not understand. Put an N if you do not understand. Put an N if you do not understand. But put an I inside the chat if you understand what to do. So we ready for the grade exercise, right? I think so. I hope so.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Mr. Petit, can you go back to the first slide, please, so I can take a screenshot?
Who's that speaking?
Crimson.
Crimson, no problem. What I need y'all to do is I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need everyone to do that for me, please. I need everyone to do that. Kanan, you already sent in your work?
Mr. Petit, I can't write anymore because I'm driving, so I'll listen and try to interact when it's appropriate to do so.
Okay, no problem. Crimson,
Yes,
not
sir.
Crimson, not Crimson, Canaan. Where's Canaan? Canaan, can you hear me?
Mr. Petit.
1 second, where's Canaan? I could barely hear you, have to turn on your volume. I can't hear you, Canaan. I could barely hear you. Genesis, you were saying something?
Yes, sir. I'm about to walk out, so I might get disconnected for a second while I'm traveling.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I need all of you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Caleb, have you sent in your work? Caleb, Caleb, I need to see your work. Not only Caleb, but Joseph Kalma, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Joseph Kalma, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Elsha, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. And Jeremiah Johnson. Where's Jeremiah Rule? Is Jeremiah Rule here?
Yes, Mr. Petit.
Yes, Joseph.
I don't have a book right now. Can you send the work to me, please?
Take a screenshot of it so you could be able to write it. You
Yes,
understand
sir.
me, Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Where is Jeremiah Rule? Jeremiah Rule, are you there? Jeremiah Johnson, can you hear me? Where's Jeremiah Johnson? Jeremiah Johnson, are you there? Where's Jeremiah Johnson? Can't from Jeremiah Johnson. And what's the name? Christian Wright. Where's Christian Wright?
I'm here.
I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
I need you to do that. Chanel Jones, where's Chanel Jones?
Hello.
Did you send your notes for the day?
I'm gonna send it right now.
Yeah, I need you to send in your work. Patrick and Philip, take a picture of your work and send it to me. Ronaldo King, have you sent in your work? Ronaldo.
I already sent my work, Mr. Petit.
Okay, that's
I did just now.
okay. Randolph Bethel, have you sent in your work? Where's Randolph?
I was gonna send it right now.
Okay. I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me via WhatsApp. You need to do that. Can't just be here not sending in your work. So please do that. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. I'm going to put this inside the chat. I'm going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so this one is the grade exercise. So this should be manageable. So hopefully you're able to understand how we got the answers. Let me clear our drawing so we could be on the same page. Okie dokie. So grade exercise. So graded exercise number 1. Again, the instructions is very simple. Find the next 2 terms. Find the next 2 terms to complete the sequence. Find the next 2 terms to complete the sequence. So let's say we have, say, number 1, let's say we have let's say we have 25, 20, 15, and so on, and so on. Number 2, Let's say we have eight, 12, 16, and so on, and so on. Number 3, let's say we have 22, sorry, 11. Sorry, I don't know why this thing don't want to do properly. 22, 33, 44. Yes. Number 4, let's say we have 1, 8, 27, 64. Go on and go on. Number 5, let's say we have 1, 3,
One of the easiest subjects yet.
6, 10, 15, and so on, and so on. Number 1, 3, 7, 13, and so on, and so on. All right, so I'm just gonna give you 6. Is there anyone who's finished? Anyone who's done? Caleb, what number you on? Caleb, what number you on?
I am number 3.
Okay, Brianna Moss, what number you on? Brianna Moss, what number you on? Brianna Moss, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. Zion Neely, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Vincent, what number you on?
Number 3.
Vincent, where's your notes?
Oh, I don't know.
You need to send in your work. Malicio, where's Malicio? Malicio,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
I'm on number 5. Finishing
Ah.
up number 6 right now.
So what happened? What you haven't sent in your? Have you sent in your notes from yesterday?
Yes, sir. I think I have.
Yeah, but I don't see it. It's yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I see it. I see it. I see it. I need to see your notes for the day.
There we go.
Yes, sir. I'll send today.
Trinity Cash. Where's Trinity?
Right now,
What number you on?
number 5.
Okay. Ronald. Where's Ronald? Ronald. Where's Ronald? Ronald, can you hear me? Can I from Ronald? Philip, can you hear me? What number you on, Philip?
I'm on number 5.
Number 5. Good. Ken Leo. Where's Ken Leo? What number you on? Ken Leo, what number you on? Destiny Johnson, what number you on, Destiny?
Number 4.
Number 4. Jaden Branchador, where's Jaden Branchador?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 6.
Number 6. Rudy, where's Rudy? Where's Rudy? I can't hear from Rudy. Rudy, can you hear me? Where's Rudy? Xavier, what number you on?
Is it Mr. Petit?
Xavier,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
Number 6.
Yes, Rudy, where's Rudy?
Yes, yes, sir. I'm right here.
Are you doing my work?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
I'm on number 3.
Rudy, you have to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. You have to ask someone with a phone to take a picture of your work. You understand me? You understand me? Is there anyone who's who's finished besides
I
Kamani?
am.
Okay, good, Kamani, that's good. Anyone else who's finished?
Me, Mr. Petite, I finished.
Shekinah? Anyone else finished?
I'm done.
Finish, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Petit.
Yes, sir.
It's done. Tanaya, where's Tanaya?
Mr. Petite was going. Yes, sir.
No, I just acknowledging that you're finished. Shekinah, I mean not Shekinah, Tanaya,
Yes, sir.
did you send in your notes for today?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Taryn, what number you on? If you have the answers already and you already sent me the work.
Sorry, I am number 2.
Okay, that's good. Taryn, did you send me your notes?
No, sir.
You have to send your notes. You have to take a picture of your notes and send it to me. All right.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where's Ajani? Ajani, what number you on? Ajani?
Number 5.
Ajani, where's your notes?
I didn't send it.
You have to take a picture of your notes and send it to me, Ajani. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Is there anyone else who's finished? If you're finished, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Again, if you're finished, put your answers in the chat. Again, if you're finished, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Who else is completed? Who else is completed? I don't see no answers in the chat.
I'm done.
So I don't know if
I'm
you're
done.
finished. If you're finished, put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Let me know that you're done. Ann Jean, where's Ann Jean?
Yeah.
Where's your notes? Where's Ann Jean? Ann Jean, can you hear me? So Ann Jean, you have to take a picture of your notes. You can't just
I sent any right now.
say it again.
I was saying that I don't have a phone with me right now to send them.
Are you home?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have to ask someone who has a phone to take a picture of your work. I have your mommy number and your big sister number. So you need to ask one of them to send in your notes because you can't be here not sending the notes. You have to send the work. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to do this?
Yeah, I'm already done.
You're finished? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you need to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's what you need to do.
Okay.
And it's not okay. It's either yes or no. So where is who's this person? Okay, so let's go ahead and answer these questions. I think we're ready to answer them. Are you all ready to answer them? Let's go ahead and answer them.
Yes, sir.
Because I ain't sure about number 4.
Number 4,
Yeah, okay.
the easiest one out of them.
I might have it right, but I don't know.
You're not sure? Okay. Number 4 is the easiest one of them all.
Scratch up my answer.
Where's Rodrigo Roll?
I'm here.
Have you sent in your work yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and answer these. Anyone want to help me with number one? Do I have any volunteers for number one?
Me.
Who is me?
Cyan.
Zion, okay. What you have for number one? What are we
I-
doing in each case?
I have -5.
Good. In each case, we subtract 5. 25 minus 5 is,
20,
and then we minus 5 again. That gives us what?
15,
Good. And then 15
then-
minus 5 is what?
10,
Good. It's going to be 10.
and then the next one is 5.
And so we minus 5 again, and that gives us what?
5.
Good. That gives us 5. Anyone got 10 and 5 for this one? Let me know if you got 10 and 5
I
for this
did.
one.
Yes,
I did.
I did.
Again, I
Okay,
got that.
good.
Petite.
Anyone want to help me with number two? Number two,
I
number
did.
two.
I can.
Who said that?
I won't
Me,
go.
Morris.
Uh, Morris and someone else asked to go.
I did.
Can I have
what number?
Can I go? Can I go, Miss Petite?
Can I have what number? 3?
Okay, go ahead, Miss Morris, and then
Okay,
Paris
now
do number 3.
you have 20, is it?
I mean, tell me would be increasing by.
Oh, 4.
In each case, we increase by 4, so 8 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. 4.
12 plus 4.
Plus 4.
And
Again,
then what else?
we get 20.
Because we add 16 plus 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then what
Yeah,
else?
4 again, and we get 24.
Very good, we add 4. So 20 plus 4 is going to be?
24.
24, very good. Anyone else got this 20 and 24? Anyone else got that 20 and 24?
I got that.
I got that.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, can I do number 5, please?
Yes, we can. Paris, tell me number 3.
Can I do number 4?
Yes, you can, Kamani.
Can I do number 6?
Yeah. Go ahead, Paris.
20. You adding 11.
So in each case, we add what?
11.
We add 11. So 22 plus 11 gives us what?
33.
33.
Plus 11 gives you 44.
Good.
44 plus 11 gives you 55.
Very good.
And 55 plus 11 gives you 66.
Very good. Plus 11 is going to be 55. Right. Then we add 11 again.
Excuse me, Ms. Petit.
Go ahead.
Even if you multiply 11 by 2, and you multiply 11 by 3, multiply 11 by 4, you can get the same answer.
That's correct. That's also another way to do it. Okay, so who's helping with number 4? Someone asked for number 4. Someone asked. Kamani, and you asked for number 4? I think he left. Or
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. What you have for number 4? Hello?
My mic acting up, sorry.
Okay, your mic is okay.
All right. Add 7 to 1, which is 8. Then you add 12 to 7, which is 19, which boosts 8 to 27. 19 plus 12 is 37, which boosts 27 to 64. 37 plus 12 is 49, which boosts 64 to 113.
So you think the answer is 113?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what do you think? And what do you think the other answer is gonna be?
174.
174. He got 174 and 113. Anyone got something different?
I got 125 and 216 because that in cubic form.
Okay, she's saying she got that. Anyone else got something different?
Can you do that one over again, Mr. Petit?
Say it again.
Can you do that one over again, please?
No, we're trying to figure the answer. We haven't solved it yet. Go ahead, Cameron.
I get 125 and 216.
125 and 216. Anyone else got something different for this one?
Got the same answer.
The same answer. Okay, so please bear in mind that Kamani, Kamani, is Kamani.
Sir?
Okay, that's not the right way. So if you look at this, this is 1 cube, which is 1, 2 cube, which is 8, 3 cube, which is 27, 4 cube, which is 64, 5 cube, which is what? 125, and then 6 cube, which is what? 216. So these are what we call cube numbers, right? Cube numbers. How do we know that? Let me repeat myself. We know that 1 cube is what? 1 times 1 times 1, which is what? 1. 2 cube is what? 2 times what? 2
Times 2 times 2.
Times 2, which gives us what? 8.
8.
3 cube is what?
3 times
3
times 3.
times 3 times 3, which gives us what? 27. 4 cube is what?
4 times 4.
4 cube is,
64.
yeah, 4.
64.
4 times 4 times 4, which gives us what? Which gives us 64. 5 cube is what? 5 cube
120.
is
5 times 5.
5 times what?
5
Times 5 times what?
5.
Times 5, which gives us what?
125.
125, yeah, 125. And then we have 6 cube, which is what?
6 times 6 times 6.
6 times what?
6
times what?
6.
6, which gives us what?
Equals 216.
2,
162.
1, 6. So that means, again, 1 cube gives us 1. 2 cube gave us 8, right? 3 cube gave us 27. 4 cube gave us 64. 5 cube gave us 125. 6 cube gave us 216. And so that means that here we have 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, and 216. All right, and 216. And so those are our answers. Anyone got that for number 4? Anyone got that for number 4? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Anyone? No one got that for number 4?
I got it.
Laura? Anyone else got that?
So when I
got it.
I can guess that one.
You couldn't get that.
I just left it blank, to be honest.
You left it blank. Okay, so some of them you have to
Me
look at
too,
it.
I left that blank.
You left that blank.
That and number 6.
That and number 6.
Yeah.
Canaan, you leave it blank? Canaan.
I leave it blank too, Mr. Petit.
I leave it blank too. What?
Yes, and number 6.
And number 6.
Yes, sir.
The easiest
The
one?
rest I answered.
Okay.
Mr. Petit, it's easy for you. You was a math or something.
Math is easy, don't make it hard. Like I always tell y'all every night. Okay, let's do numbers 5. So number 5. Let's go number 5. Number 5 is we have 1.
Mr. Petit,
Who's supposed to be
I
helping
was
me?
supposed to tell you number 4 for the example, and number 6 is basic. I mean, number 5 is basically the same thing.
Number
So that's
4.
how I get my
Number 4.
answer.
Okay. How we got number 5? What y'all did?
Plus 3.
So from 1 to 5, we plus what?
Plus 3.
Plus
Plus
2.
2.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
From
10,
3.
10, 4,
Plus 3.
3 to
5,
3 to
10,
6
6.
is 3 to
And
6
6.
is what?
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Good. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Then 6 to 10 is what?
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Good. Then 4 to 15 is what?
5.
Plus
5.
5.
5. Very good. And 5 to what?
So
I mean 15
21.
15 to 6.
Plus 6.
21.
15 plus 6 is what?
21.
21.
15 plus 6 is 21.
Then I got 28.
And then 21 plus what?
Plus 7.
Plus 7
It's 28.
is what?
28.
28. Anyone got that? Let me know if you got that, please.
I did.
Yes,
I got it.
Excellent.
I did.
I got that.
Excellent.
Now waiting on number 6.
Got it on my second
Of
try.
course I got that.
Next, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do number 6. Any volunteers for number 6?
I already volunteered to do number 6.
Oh, Joel, go ahead. How we got number 6?
So we added by 2's. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 3 plus 4 equals 7. Then 7 plus 6 is equals 13. Then I got 13 plus 8 is equals 21. Then 21 plus 10 equals 31. That's what I got.
Anyone agree with them?
You can
Yes,
write this
sir.
down.
Write this down, yes.
Look like that.
Yes, it is correct. So in each case we add, a what? What number?
Even numbers.
Even number. Good. That'll be plus 10. Okay, so plus 10. 21 plus 10 is going to be what? 31.
31.
31. Okay, so we have 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, 21 plus 10 is 31. All right, any questions on this? Let me know, please. If any of you have any questions on this, let me know. Go ahead, Kanan. You have to speak into the mic. You're very, very, very low. Very low, Kanan.
Can you hear me now?
A little better, yeah.
Okay. I was wondering how we supposed to in the test just figure out that we supposed to do cubed numbers.
Because you would know that they sometimes give patterns, so they might use square numbers or they might do cube numbers. But because you know cube numbers, remember I said that you're supposed to memorize the cube numbers. So once you see that pattern, you're supposed to be able to identify that. And now that you've done it before, they put it, you could get it. So they typically put perfect squares for sequences. So they might do 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. That's another one that they could give. That's square numbers. Or they could do cube numbers. Or they could do triangular numbers, right? You just gotta look at the pattern, all right? And identify it.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so do we understand this? Let me know, please, if you all understand this before we move on.
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Petit, my mommy says she's trying to fix the
phone camera.
Okay, no
'cause it
problem.
don't work.
Okay, so next thing is, the next thing is, what if we have a negative? So for sequences, they can sometimes just give you a bunch of negative numbers. And so we're gonna look at sequences with negative numbers. All right, so that's gonna be the next one. I know some of you might not like working with negative numbers, because with negative numbers, it's like everything in backwards, right? Just gotta think in a different way. So we're gonna be looking at sequences when there is negative numbers involved. So let's look at more examples. So what happens when we have sequences and we have to consider negative numbers, right? What do we do? And so let's go ahead and answer this. So that the goal is, of course, to find the next two terms in the sequence. Let's say negative numbers, right? So if you do not know how to work with negative numbers, then it's going to be difficult. But if you know how to work with negative numbers, then this will be a breeze, okay? So let's go ahead and answer number one. So for number one, we have let's say we have so say we have negative 15, comma, minus 12, minus 9, minus 6. Next number. Next number. What if we say negative 20 minus 16 minus 12 minus 8? This and this. What if we say negative 5, negative 2, 1, and 4? What if we say negative 60, negative 55, negative 50, and negative 45? So how are we gonna go ahead and work with these negative numbers, okay? So that's what we're gonna do for this one. If you know how to do it already, you can attempt it and then put your answer inside the chat. Still write it down as well. Still write it down. If you think
In number 3, is the 1 and 4 negative or the
they're positive.
positive number?
They're positives. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this. All right. So any answer for number 1? What do y'all think it is? Go ahead. What do you think it is?
I subtract them by negative 3.
So what the answer says?
Negative 3 and 0, positive 0.
Yeah, and minus 0.
Say it again.
Negative 3 and 0.
Negative 3 and 0. Anyone else? For y'all for number 1. Y'all for number 1.
Negative 3 and 3.
Negative
I
3 and
get
3.
negative 3 and
That's
0.
what I have too.
Negative 3 and 0. Negative 3 and 3. Some people say negative 3 and 3, negative 3 and 0. Where's Jervin? Jervin, are you there?
Get negative 3 and negative 0.
Where's Jervin? Jervin, can you hear me? I can't hear from Jervin. So in order for us to move from 15, negative 15 to negative 3, we have to do what?
Take away.
Take away by 3.
Not take away.
I mean, -3.
Not take away. We're not taking away. If you take
Add
away,
3.
we have to what? Add 3.
You have to add.
We have to add 3.
So basically you're adding it.
Yeah, you have to add 3. You can't, if you take away, okay, let's say you owe $15, right? And you borrow $3 more. That means that you would owe what? You would owe 18, right? But if you want to pay $3 back, that's plus 3. That's why you will only have to owe -12. So if you tell me I have to subtract, then my next answer is supposed to be -18. So you're not subtracting, you're actually adding. Okay. So how we move from -12 to 9?
Mr. Petit, you could please explain that again, please.
Who's that speaking?
You got me low.
Science.
Okay. Remember, positive and negative is weird.
Why
So-
run away, Mr. Petit?
Mhm.
Why you say +3?
It has to be +3 because, okay, let's say it's negative. Let's say we have a -15, right? What y'all want to say? Y'all want to say -3, right? Okay, so -15 minus 3 is actually equal to -18.
Oh. You got me low.
Yeah,
Because-
like
Because if you owe $15 and then you decide to owe again another $3, how much do you owe in total?
18.
You owe 18, right? That's what negative is. Negative means owe. So you can't say you want to subtract 3, right? You have to say that
Plus
you have to add 3, right? Does
Mr.
that make-
Petit,
Yes.
like
it'd be better to use the number line.
You could use a number line, but the problem is,
That's confusing. I ain't gonna lie.
problem is, if you use the number line, then you have to, when the numbers become bigger, it's just gonna be a lot of numbers, right? That you have to write. So you have to add a 3. So if we have -15, right? In order for us to move from -15 to -12, we have to what? Add 3.
yeah. All right, +3.
And-
+3.
Yeah, when you add 3 now, it's gonna be what? -12. Okay. Why is that the case? Because if you owe $15, right? And you pay $3 on what you owe, how much do you still owe? You owe what?
$12.
You owe 12. You owe 12. Okay. So we're not gonna -3, we have to add 3. That's the distinction now. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so -15 plus 3 is -12. -12 plus 3 is -9. -9 plus 3 is what? Plus 3 is what?
3.
-6. And then -6 plus 3 is what?
Negative 3.
-6 plus 3 is what?
-3.
-3.
-3.
-3.
-3. Because if you, it's going to be what? It's going to be, -3. How did I get that? If I have, think about it, I could do it in circles too. So if I have 6 negatives, this is 1, 2, you could do it with circles too. If I have 6 negatives, right? Right. Okay, I have 6 negatives. This is 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And how much positives do I have?
3.
3 positives. 1, 2, 3, right? I do know that what? This negative and this positive is gonna do what? Cancel. This negative and this positive is gonna do what? Cancel.
Yeah.
This negative and this positive is gonna do what? Cancel. So what I'm left with? I'm left with
3.
what?
-3.
-3. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so
That's easier.
Yes, sir.
Good, so it's gonna be -3. Now, it's gonna be, I add 3,
+3.
I add 3. So -3 plus 3 is gonna be what?
0.
0.
It's gonna be 0. Now, why is that the case? Mr. Petit, how you get 0? Let me show you. If we have,
Because after you add the zero, that means there no more negatives, and and the zero means neutral.
so we have 3 negatives, and then we add 3, so that's +3, right? So we have 3 positives. So we add 3 positives, so this is 1, 2, and what? 3, right? So what's gonna happen? Well, this negative and this positive gonna what? Cancel. This negative and this positive gonna what? Cancel. Negative and the positive gonna what? Cancel. So I'm left with what?
0.
0. And so the answer is gonna be -3 and 0. Let me know if y'all understand that first one, or you don't. If you do not understand, let me know. If you understand, let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't answering me, or y'all lost, or what?
No, it's all good. I
It's
understand.
coming to me. It's coming.
I understand.
I understand.
It's pretty easy.
It's easy? It's easy?
My opinion.
In your opinion? Some people are not answering me. Do y'all understand, or no, y'all just don't get it?
I understand.
Not really.
Not really? Okay, so let's do another one. What y'all got for number 2?
I got
-4 and 0.
+4.
Say it again.
-4 and 0.
So you do one, I guess you adding 4. Is
So for number 2, what y'all get for number 2?
4 and 0.
Four
-4
and 0.
-4 and 0.
-4 and 0. So let's go ahead and try it. So we have,
But initially I got number 1 and number 2 wrong because I went straight into positive.
that's fine. So how do we move from -20 to -16?
+4.
You positive.
We add 4. Very good. How do we move from -16 to -12?
Add 4 again.
You add 4. You add 4.
And 4.
How do we move from -4 to -8?
Add 4.
Add 4. Add 4.
Hi, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead, Dunaway.
No, this is Cyan.
Go ahead, Zion.
Can you give me 2 minutes, please? I about to walk inside.
No problem.
I was on class on my mom's phone, so I'm about to go inside and start class on my iPad.
No problem. So we have -8, and we have to do what? Add what? Add 4, right? Okay, so if we adding 4, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be
-4.
how many 8s are negative? That's oh boy, that's a bad question. Oh boy. How many negatives do we have? How many negatives do we have?
8.
8 negatives. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 negatives. And we have to add 4, right? So if we're adding 4, then we have how many positives?
4.
4 positives. So it's gonna be, this is going to be, oh boy. Gonna be negative, well, positive sign. And then it's going to be, it's gonna be, and it's gonna be that. And so what do we have? Well, this and this is gonna what? Cancel. This and that is gonna what? Cancel. That's gonna cancel. And this is gonna cancel. So how many negatives do we have left?
Four
Four.
negatives.
So
Four
there's
neg-
4 negatives.
Four
And
negatives.
the next number should be 4 positives.
So this is gonna be what? Negative what?
4 negative. Negative 4.
Negative 4. All right. Do y'all understand how I got the negative 4 for this one?
Yeah, so.
Yes, sir.
And the next answer should be 4, right?
Zero.
Nope. So
It's 0.
so we have to add what? Add 4. So negative 4 plus 4. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have negative 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 negatives. And then here we have 1, 2, 3, and what? 4. And so what we have, this and this is going to cancel, 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 and cancel. So that means that we are left with what?
Zero.
0, 0,
0.
0.
Now I understand.
All right. Does that make sense to you?
Mr. Petty,
Go ahead, Sashnik.
can I ask a question?
We just did.
So, yeah, I did. Would you say that in this case, every 4 sequence here balance back to 0?
Well, in the 2 examples I gave you, but that doesn't always happen.
Oh.
Just only in the 2 examples I gave you, but it doesn't always balance to 0. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't always balance to 0.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, number 3, right? Number 3 is a prime example. So what y'all got for number 3?
Positive 3.
So we move from -5 to what? -2. We have to what? Add what?
Positive 3.
Add 3. From -2 to 1, we what? Add 3.
Yeah.
How do we move from 1 to 4?
Add 3.
Yeah.
Add 3. How do we move from 4 to whatever the next one is?
4 to 7, add 3.
Add 3. So it's gonna be what? 7. And how do we move from 7 to whatever the number is?
Add 3.
We add 3. So 7 plus 3 is what?
10.
10. 7 plus 3 is 10. All right, any questions on that one? Let me know if you'll understand that. Any questions on that? Let me know if you'll understand that one. Let me know if you understand that, please.
No, I don't.
You don't understand number 3?
So it's basically like squirting.
No, I don't.
You don't?
Because
Okay.
it's have low numbers and then set a high number. No, I don't understand.
Okay, you understand how we move from -5 to 2 to -2?
No.
No?
You say you add 3.
Yeah, I add 3.
Oh, I don't understand how you move. No, sir.
You understand? Okay, just think about it. 5 and 2, what separates them?
3.
3, right? So we add 3. So -5 plus 3. We can't we take away 3. Because if you take away 3 from -5, you get -8. So we add 3. And the reason why we add 3 is because if let's look at it, Miss Morris.
I'm looking.
So let's say we have let's say we have -5, right? So it's gonna be 5 negatives, right?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 negatives. Okay, now we say that we add 3, so that means that we have 3 positives, right? So 1, 2, and 3. And so what happens here? Well, this and this cancels. This and that cancels. And that cancels. So what are we left with?
2.
Not 2.
-2.
-2. That's how we know we added 3. Because if we minus 3, it would have been more negatives, and that'll be -8, right? But we add 3, so the positive cancel the negatives. And so we are left with positive, -2. All right. Because that's how we have -2 here. Okay, so we have -2. We have to add 3 again. Do you understand how we got moved from -5 to -2?
Yeah, I understand that there so far.
Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to move from what? Negative
to positive.
-2. So we have a -2. And how many? We say we add 3, right? So we say that we think that the pattern is 3, adding 3. So let's check.
What if Brent ever try me? What?
Where's Calvin? Calvin Hyla? Where's Calvin? Calvin Hyla, can you hear me? So we say we add 3, so it's gonna have 3 positives, this positive, plus this, plus that. So what happens, right? Well, what happens is positive plus a negative, that cancel. Negative plus a positive, that cancel. So we are left with what?
+1.
+1, and that's why we have 1 here. So -2 plus 3 is 1. Understand that?
Yes, so far, yeah.
So how do you move from 1 to 4? Now we're in positive territory. So in order for us to move from 1 to 4, we just add 3. We know 1 plus 3 is 4. And then 4 plus 3 is 7.
7. Oh,
7
okay.
plus 3 is 10. Okay.
Yeah, he gets on that.
Makes sense? Okay, so
Yeah.
that's any questions on that? Let me know, please, if anybody have any questions on this.
No, sir.
Okay, so let's move on from this. Okay, so let's do number 4. Number 4 should be easy. So we have, what are we moving by in this one?
+5.
+5, right? So -60 plus 5. So it's -60 plus 5 is 55, and -55, what are we gonna do again?
+5.
Plus 5, very good. And then -50, gonna be what?
+5.
Plus 5. And then -45, we have to do what?
+5. That'll be 40. -40.
Plus 5 is gonna be what? Negative what?
40.
40. What are we gonna do here?
Add another +5.
Plus 5, that's gonna be what?
-35.
-35.
-35. Okay, and that's how you answer these. All right, any questions on this? Let me know if you'll have any questions on this.
I understand it now fully.
No, I understand that. It's just that the third one was a little confusing.
Okay, anyone else have any questions? Let me know, please, if you understand this. All right, so what you want to do, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you all to do that for me right now. Take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Anishka, do you understand this? Where's Anishka? Caleb, you understand this, Caleb?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Joseph Kalma, do you understand this? Joseph Kalma, do you understand this?
Gave me an
Yes,
asthma
sir.
attack, so I used my nebulizer.
And,
Then I went to realize they had
Devanti, where's Devanti?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Did you take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
I don't see your work. So I need you to send in your work because I don't see it. Take a picture of your work and send it to me. Delvon Sans, you understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Destiny Johnson, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Egypt, do you understand this, Egypt? Where's Egypt? I can't hear from Egypt. Alandra, you understand this? Where's Alandra?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your work, Alandra?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, good. Ethan Smith, not Ethan. Yeah, I think that's your name, Ethan Smith.
Yes, sir.
You understand this?
Yes, sir.
I need everyone to take a picture of their work and send it to me, please, via WhatsApp. Where's Ethan Adderley? Ethan Adderley, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So Ethan, let me ask a question. Ready sending your work?
No, sir, not yet.
So I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me, Ethan.
Yes, sir.
Evelyn, you understand this?
Yes, sir. I understand this. This one was easy.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so let's move on. So you're ready for the grade exercise for this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Heat check.
So,
Heat check. Heat check. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Where's Lamar? Lamar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
So how come you're not participating? I'm not hearing you. What are you doing? Are you distracted?
No, sir.
You have to
I just have,
participate.
I had my
You have to participate.
Excuse me, Mr. Padid.
You hear me?
answer just now.
Say it again.
I had my AirPods in and the mic on my AirPods don't work. That's why you couldn't hear me them or a couple of days. So I had to take them out and then.
I mean today I don't want you participating, so I need you to participate.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Did you send in your work?
I can send it right now.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's move on.
Excuse
All
me,
right.
Mr. Padid.
Go ahead.
My I is usually send the work on my mommy phone, and she gone somewhere, so I gonna wait till she come back to get her phone and send the work.
That's fine, but you need to send the work. Don't promise me and you won't do it. All right.
So I sent in the last work, the last couple notes.
All right, that's good. Okay, so let's move on. Let's do grade exercise, graded exercise. Let's call this number 1, I think. No, this is number what?
2.
2.
2.
2. Okay, so let's go ahead and answer these questions. Hopefully y'all could deal with the negative signs. All right. So find the next 2 terms in the sequence. You can find the next 2 terms in the sequence. Freddie, where's Freddie?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Freddie?
Sir.
Do you understand what we're doing?
Yes, sir.
Did you send the work as yet?
Yes, sir. You sent it.
Please put your name so I could have your name on the thing that you sent so I can know it's you.
Okay.
Okay, so this one, -22, minus 18. Write this down for me, please. -14, minus 10. Next one, and the next one. Isaiah Brown,
Yes, sir.
are you there?
Yes, sir.
You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
-100, minus 90. Where's Jervin? Jervin, are you there? -80, minus 70. What is this? And this one. Number 3. -30. I'm sorry. -28, minus 24, minus 20, minus 16. This and this. Number 4.
Whatever you say, keep eyes on the one call.
Where's Jervin? Jervin, can you hear me? Can't hear from Jervin. Jervin, can you hear me? -2, 1, 4, and 7. And number 5, -3, 0, 3, and 6, comma. All right, so try these ones. Go ahead.
Mr. Petit, I'm done.
Who said
Yeah.
finish?
I'm done
I'm
also.
done.
I'm Alicia.
Alicia, okay, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I'm done.
Yes,
For those
sir.
of you.
I'm finished.
I'm finished.
Okay, that's good. Jemiah, what number you on? Jemiah, what number you on?
I'm number 4.
Do you understand what to do, Jemiah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jaden Brashador, what number you on?
I'm done.
Say it again.
I'm done.
Completed. Okay, Jasmine Rose, what number you on?
Number 3.
You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Jaftanique Murphy, what number you on? Jaftanique Murphy, what number you on? Is Jaftanique Murphy here? Can't if I'm Jaftanique. Jermaine Moxley, what number you on? Jermaine Moxley, can you hear me?
Number 4.
Jermaine, have you sent in your work?
No, sir, yet, not yet.
Jermaine, I've said to send the work multiple times. So you have to take a picture of your work and send it to me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't even see yesterday's work. So what do you be doing in my class, Jermaine?
I be doing your work.
Yeah, but I don't see the work that you say you do. So you need to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the rest of you, are y'all done? Let me know if y'all finished, please.
Almost.
I'm done.
Excuse me, Mr. Petty, the numbers that you see on the side of my answers are just indication of my reason of how I got them.
That's fine, that's no problem. Joel,
I'm done.
okay,
Yes, sir.
number one.
Huh?
On I'm rewriting number 3 because I write number 4 for number 3.
Okay. Where is what's her name? Akira? 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 Where's Akira? Where's Akira? Akira, can you hear me? All right. Let's go ahead and answer these questions. Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, are you there? Wyatt, are you there?
It's up.
What number you on?
3.
What you have for number one?
This is the iron out of you right now. It's paper right now.
I can't. Say it again.
Is that writing anything on this paper? I really get this.
So how can you do that if I ask multiple times if you understand? You can't just sit there and I ask if you don't understand and you just don't say nothing. Does that make any sense? The answer, it doesn't. It doesn't. Why? You have to, if you don't understand, you have to let me know. You
Yes,
understand
sir.
me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do number one. All right. Let's go Wyatt. For number one, what are we moving by? How do we move from Wyatt? Notice Wyatt. No, I want Wyatt to answer.
Oh, sorry. Hello,
Wyatt.
good afternoon.
Good night.
Hey.
Where's Wyatt?
Mr. Petit, number one is 6 and 2.
Just 6 and 2 or negative 6 and 2?
I mean negative 6 and 2.
Okay. So for number one, what are we moving by? How do we move from 22 to 6 to 18? Anyone got answer?
4.
We add what? How do we move from
4.
22 to, how do we move from 22 to 18? 22 to 18, negative 22 to 18, we what?
Add 4.
Very good, we add 4. And so we get 18 and then we add 4 again, and that gives us what?
14.
I need to do this properly because I don't think y'all can see this. So this is going to be, I'm gonna do it properly. So like I want to space it out so we have enough space. It's gonna be 4. This is 5. And this is that. Okay. Okie dokie. All right, so we move from negative 22 to negative 18, and that's what? We what? Add what? Add 4. We move from negative 18
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Your jacket.
All right, so how do we move from negative 18 to negative 14? We do what?
Positive 4.
We add 4. And then from negative 14 to 10, we do what?
Positive 4.
We add 4 again. And so we have negative 10 plus 4 is going to be what? Minus,
Yeah,
minus
-6.
negative 6. Very good. And then we have negative 6 plus 4.
Is -2.
Plus 4 is negative 2. Anyone got negative 6 and negative 2? Let me know if you got that, please.
I did.
Anyone else?
I did.
Negative
I
6?
got that.
Okay, good.
I did.
Next, number 2, we have a negative
I did.
100 to no, chalk off for number 2, by the way, before I answer it.
I got -60.
Negative 60 and negative
60 and negative 50.
We are 10.
Say it again.
We are 10.
We add 10. Very good. So it's going to be from negative 100 to negative 90. We add 10. And here, again, we what?
Positive 10.
Add 10, yes. And here again, we add 10. And so it's going to be what? Negative what?
Negative 60.
Negative 60. And what else? Negative
And
what?
negative 50.
And negative 50. Good. So again, we add 10. Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, did you get this?
Yes, sir.
In each case, what do we add, Wyatt?
Check.
We add 10. Good.
Excuse me, Mr. Pitt.
Go ahead.
Will we ever be able to subtract in the negative?
Yes, you can. We can. We can subtract a negative. I didn't even think about that, but yes, you can. Because if it increased, then you can. Okay, so negative 28. Do we move from negative 28 to negative 24? What we did?
Positive 4.
We add 4. Negative 28 plus 4 is going to be negative 24. Negative 24 plus 4 means that we add what?
Positive 4.
We add 4. And then negative 20 plus, we add what?
Positive 4.
Add 4 again. And negative 16 plus 4.
12.
We add 4. 16 plus 4 is what? Well, negative 16 plus 4 is what?
12.
That's negative 12.
Yeah.
And then
Add 4 again.
Add 4 again, yes. And we get what?
And that's 8.
So negative 12 plus 4 is going to be negative what?
Negative 8.
Negative 8. Negative 8.
Negative 8.
Negative 8. Anyone got that right? Let me know if you got that right, please.
I did.
Anyone else got that right?
I
Yes.
got it right.
Yes, sir.
I got it, Mr. P.
Okay, good, perfect. Now let's move on to number 4. For number 4, we have negative 2. How we move from negative 2 to 1?
Positive 3.
We add 3. How do we move from 1 to 4?
Positive 3.
Add 3.
3.
How do we move from 4 to 7?
Positive 3.
Add 3. Now we're gonna add what?
Positive 3, and that'll be
Add
10.
Yeah, add 3, and that'll be what? 10.
Positive, yeah.
And then we add 3 again.
That'll be
And that
13.
gives us what? 13. That's correct. It's gonna be 13. All right, any questions on this? Let me know, please.
No, I got that.
Got down.
No, sir, I got that.
And then finally, what y'all got for number 5?
9 and 12.
9 and 12.
Okay, so in this one, we look like we adding 3 again. So
Yeah,
negative
sure.
3 plus 3 is 0. 0 plus 3 is what? 3. 3 plus 3 is what? 6, and 6 plus 3
9.
is 9. And
And
9
9 plus 3
plus
is
3
12.
is
12.
12. So it's gonna be that. All right. Anyone got all right? Anyone got all right? Let me know if you got all right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir.
I got all right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Put an I inside the chat if you understand what we are doing. Put an I inside the chat if you understand what we're doing. Put an N if you do not understand. I thought we would have finished sequences today, but we didn't finish it. So there's one more thing. I have to teach you on sequences, 1 or 2 more things, and then we'll be done with that. So the next time we come back, we'll be continuing with sequences. That's next week, Monday. We don't have to do much classes on that, but you have to finish it properly. So if you understand it, please put I. If you do not understand it, please put N. All right, let me know if you do not understand it. If you understand it, please put I. If you do not understand, please put N. Okay, so we're gonna move on to social studies and religious studies. Again, we're gonna move on to social studies and religious studies. If you are not doing that, you're free to leave. But if you are, please stay back. Okay?
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good evening, Mr. Good night, Mr. D.
Those who are doing social studies and religious studies, please stay back. Again, those who are doing
Good
social
night,
studies and
Mr.
religious studies,
Petit.
please stay back. Please stay back. All right, good night. All right, social studies and religious studies, people, please stay
Can
back.
you go back to the first slide, please? I
Yes,
never got it.
Yes, I can. Okay, so for those of us who are doing social studies and religious studies, first we're gonna start off with social studies.
I'm still writing this. I'm on the last one.
Quickly take a picture of it because we have to move. Harmony. Sound just like your brother.
Good night, Mr. D.
Good night, Destiny. All right, moving right along. We have, let me erase all this. Clear all drawings. Okay, for social studies, we're going to be looking at, we are still on Christopher Columbus, right? So we talked about how he finally landed in the Bahamas. What island did he land on?
San Salvador.
San Salvador. And can anyone remember the day and the time that he arrived?
At 3 a.m.
The 3rd of August?
The what?
3rd of August?
Not August.
October 12th at 3 a.m.
October 12th at what?
3 a.m.
Not 3
October
a.m.
12th.
Not
From 2 a.m.
Not 3 a.m.
2 a.m.
Not
2
3
a.m.
2 a.m. Yes, 2 a.m. 2 a.m. So we're gonna be looking at social studies, I think it says. Yeah, social studies. The topic is what's the topic? Oh, Columbus's other voyages. So this was not his only voyage to the New World, quote unquote. He had other voyages. We're gonna talk about what happened during those other voyages, and also what happened when because he didn't just stay. All right. We're gonna be looking at Columbus's other voyages. So, all right, good. Okay,
Excuse me,
so
Mr. Petit.
yes, go ahead.
I still need the first slide from math, please.
That's correct. You did say that. That was this.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
at what age did you find out that Christopher Columbus went to different countries other than the Bahamas?
At what age?
Yeah,
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
because
Go ahead, Alora.
when I leave Jamaica, I came up here, and then it was when they say Christopher Columbus come here, I didn't believe them.
Oh wow, that's funny. After a few days, Columbus left San Salvador. So he didn't stay in San Salvador, right? He's a voyager. He's a San Salvador. He didn't stay there. Interesting, he did take some natives with him. So taking some natives with him. I don't know why they went with him. I don't understand. But anyway,
Because he's good looking.
Excuse me, Petit.
taking some natives with him, yes.
My social studies teacher said the cacique sold some of the Lucans.
I didn't know that. I'm not sure about that. He still thought that Japan or China must be close. That's interesting. Yeah, that's very delusional, right? Like, I mean, and then in a way he didn't know, but like, I guess when he arrived in the New World, he thought that he had reached the East, which when he did not reach the East, he was in the West now. He discovered other islands. Well, not he discovered, but he still thought that Japan or China must be close. He encountered other islands in the Bahama group, such as Rumkey, Long Island, and Cricket Island, all of which he gave Spanish names. So besides San Salvador, what other Bahama islands did he encounter, Christopher Columbus?
Rumkey, Long Island.
And what else?
And Cricket Islands.
And the Cricket Island, very good. After that, after he continued his journey, he encountered Cuba. Anyone ever been to Cuba or heard of Cuba before? Heard of Cuba?
My old teacher told me a story about when her friend went to Cuba. He get beaten.
So after that, he went to Cuba. So he then came to the island of Cuba, which he named Juana. What did he name Cuba? What did he name Cuba, class?
Juana.
Juana. Very good, Juana. He named Cuba Juana. Okay. So, but on his journey, something happened to the Santa Maria. Does anyone know what happened to the Santa Maria on his journey?
A
Anyone?
piece
know?
of it broke off from the bottom.
More than that, what happened to it?
Oh,
A piece of it broke off, and they had to stay on the island. They had to stay on the island for a few days.
Did it get repaired?
They didn't know about that stuff back then because the islands
Yes,
didn't
sir.
have no people, no food.
No, that's not what happened. From there,
Yes, sir. Get repaired.
from
It
there,
was simple.
from
The
there,
thing that the ship broke off and they had to repair it.
no, that's not, you're talking about the rudder of the Pinta, not that. We're talking about after he already passed the Bahamas, he passed Cuba, he's heading to Hispaniola. So from there he sailed to Hispaniola. Now Hispaniola is an island and it has 2 countries in it, right? So Hispaniola has 2 countries in it. What are the 2 countries that Hispaniola has on it?
Haiti and Santo Domingo.
That's correct. Haiti and Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. So let me show you all the map. So this is where he was sailing to, and he ended up being governor of Hispaniola, by the way. But he wasn't a good governor. Go ahead. So this is one second. This is Hispaniola. The whole island itself, the whole island itself is called Hispaniola, right? But as you can see, it's divided into what?
2.
2, right? Half. So Dominican Republic
Is the
and
biggest.
yeah, that's the biggest one. And then Haiti, all right? So the left-hand side is Haiti and the right-hand side is the Dominican Republic. But the whole island itself is called what? It's called
Hispaniola.
Hispaniola. But what is on the corner here? What is on the corner here? What island is in the corner here?
Cuba.
Cuba. So you see how we could leave Cuba and reach to like Hispaniola? It's not like incredibly far. Like it's right there. And so very close. Islands in the sun, very close. So from there he sailed to Hispaniola. Now Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Here, the Santa Maria, his major ship, was shipwrecked. I mean, what do you expect? Like you going all that places, go ahead. After the shipwreck, now what does shipwreck means? Y'all know what shipwreck means, right?
Your ship get like it get stuck on something and it just starts sinking.
Yeah.
It's Titanic.
Yeah, it gets severely damaged, usually by a coral, right? You hit a coral or you navigating, and remember there's a lot of things that they don't know the area that much, so they just driving or sailing, I should say, and they end up hitting something, probably. Either way, it was shipwreck, and they landed on Hispaniola. Now, that was their biggest ship, so they needed to find a way to survive. and find shelter.
I do.
So what they did was, he befriended the cacique there. So after the shipwreck,
I feel like he was a fake friend.
after Christopher Columbus was a man on a mission to make money. After the shipwreck, and Columbus was befriended. Oh, it says he was befriended by the cacique. Was befriended by a local cacique named. Now his name is hard to pronounce. I'm gonna give you all a chance to try it. Okay, yeah, that's it. Guacanagari. Canagari. Go ahead. What do you think it is?
Guacanagari.
Say it again.
Guacanagari.
Yeah.
Gary, I mean.
Yeah, you said it right the first time.
Guacanagari.
No.
Guacanagari.
No.
I didn't even pronounce the word.
Yes.
I just guess it.
Yeah, that's a good guess. Gua, C-A-N, Can, N-A-G-R-Y. Guacanagari. Now, Columbus decided to, by the way, are y'all writing this down? Let me know if you're writing this down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Columbus decided that he decided to build a fort, which he called La Navidad. La Navidad. Now, this fort was built using the materials, or using the, what should I say? Using the, what did I say? The rest of the boat that was left. All right. So he used the rest of the boat, the parts from the boat, to build the fort, which is called La Navidad in Espanol. They might ask you all that question, so remember that. I saw it before in a question. So the caciques people helped him to do this. Okay. Columbus left 39 men in the fort because there was not enough room on the Nina for them on the voyage home. Now, so he did leave some people. How many people did he leave on Hispaniola because there was not enough space?
39 men.
39.
39 men. He left 39. He left 39 men on the fort. By the way, when he came back, they was dead.
I feel.
So he ain't give them no essentials for none.
Apparently they got into some trouble with the Awaks, and the Awaks dealt with them.
They had war.
So, but why did he leave them? He wanted them to do what? To collect what?
Food.
No, gold.
Gold and money.
He wanted them to find some gold, promising them that when I come back, I'm gonna get you all. Promising to return. So I should say promising to return. He set sail.
Put
Yes.
two there, or it's supposed to be he wanted them to collect.
He wanted them, thank you, to collect gold. Promising to return, he set sail. Where do you think he's going now? You ready? Finishes voyages. Where is he going back
Spain.
now? He's going back to where?
Spain.
He's going back where he come from. He's going
Hello,
back.
Spain.
He's going back to Spain. Very good. He set sail for Spain. For Spain. On January 16th, 1493. After a very difficult, so it's very difficult journey back because they're on a smaller boat or ship, they're on a smaller ship. And it was very stormy. So after a very difficult journey, because of the weather, because of the stormy weather, I should say. Anyone would like to be in that ship in that stormy weather?
Yes, so
Columbus? Okay, sure. Columbus arrived in Portugal, and then went to Spain. And then he told the king and queen all about his successful quote unquote journey. He received a hero's reward. He received a hero's welcome from the king. And queen. He told them all about it. Man, you know what I saw? I saw some awaks. Looked like we could make them work for us. I saw the land. It looked like we could find a lot of gold in there, right? He told them all about his stories and adventures, and the people, they're so friendly. You know, we could convert them to Christianity. Man, we could take over this place. And the king and queen, their eyes open. They're like, okay, man, we need to send you on another journey. And so they sent him on another journey as well. He made 3 other similar voyages. Right? So he received this, he was welcomed from the king and queen for his quote unquote successful voyage to the east. Again, Christopher Columbus believed that he made it to the east. Unfortunately, it was not the east. It was the west. All right. He never accepted Christopher Columbus. But let me say this. That Columbus made 3 other similar voyages, but never returned back to the Bahamas, All right. He met the Caribs in Dominican, and he met the Caribs in Dominica. Was stranded in Jamaica. And was the first person to explore the new, he was the first person to explore the Central and South American coast. Unfortunately, he didn't believe that he was exploring that. He thought that he was in the East, in China and Japan. He never accepted that he found a new continent. So someone else got the credit. Right, that's it. What I need you to do is I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Question, what is La Navidad? What is La Navidad?
Christmas.
The fort.
The fort that who?
It's a fort that Columbus built.
That he built.
Fort Columbus made.
What did he use to build the fort?
The rest of the sunk of the shipwreck from the boat.
Yes, the ruins from the Santa Maria. Very good. How many men did he leave at the fort?
39.
35.
39. True or false? True or false? The Bahamas was the only place that Christopher Columbus explored. True or false?
False.
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 False. What other places that he encountered?
Haiti,
Haiti, Dominica,
Dominican Republic.
Cuba,
Yeah.
Yes.
Jamaica,
Jamaica. Very
Dominican,
good.
America.
So
Republic.
Hispaniola. So it was not only did he encountered the Bahamas, but he also encountered Hispaniola, Jamaica, a lot of the Caribbean islands, South America, the South American coast, a lot of places, man. He went all over the place. A true navigator. Okay, next question.
name is the kangaroo.
The cacique. What was the name of the cacique's name that befriended Christopher Columbus on Hispaniola?
Guacanagari.
Guacanagari. Guacanagari.
Guacanagari.
I want to know who named this man.
Don't worry, when Moana 2 come out, y'all can see a bunch of weird names. So get used to it.
I know.
Just repeat, whoever named this man need to get put in jail.
You gonna watch Moana too?
It's coming out, so some people are gonna watch it.
I'm watching it.
Did you watch one?
I watch one, but I'm watching two.
Okay, watch one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, a lot of people are gonna watch that. That could be so packed. Okay, so yeah, the people in Moana, like how they live, it's kind of like how the Lucayans lived, right? Very simple. They like to, sail in a boat. I mean, in their little canoe, right? They build
houses.
Their huts and stuff, nets and on the ground. Like that's a good example of.
And Moana was the little slave.
She would be like a little walking girl. Okay. What else? Okay, what else can we say? What was the name of the ship that was shipwrecked? Which one of the three?
The Santa Maria.
Santa Maria.
Oh, Santa Maria. Next question. Besides San Salvador, what other Bahama islands did he encounter?
Rumkey.
Long Island. And Cricket Island.
Fox Island.
Cuba is not a Bahama island. I said what other? I said what other?
Crooked Island.
Crooked Island. There we go. Rumkey, Long Island. Okay. That's it for social studies. Let's move on. By the way, y'all sent in your work. Let me know if y'all sent in your work.
I'm gonna get a picture of this.
Yeah,
So
last one, I'll finish it.
screenshot.
Okay, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. Petit, I'm not finished, so I'm writing very cutesy, so I'm gonna send it as soon as I'm finished.
All right, that's no problem. Okay, so the last thing we did in religious studies, can anyone remember?
John the Baptist.
John the Baptist. We actually had Jesus' baptism. Was that the last thing we did? Jesus' baptism.
Yes, sir.
We talked about the various forms of baptism, and we also talked about how Jesus himself was baptized. Which form of baptism was he baptized with?
Immersion.
Immersion. Very good, immersion. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at, so right after Jesus was baptized, he did something very significant. He was led by the Holy Spirit into the wilderness to be what?
Did you hear about the
He fasted.
Tested.
To be, yes, to be tested or tempted. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the temptations. The temptations. Today is Thursday. The what? This has to be the 7th, I think.
The 7th.
The 7th of November, 2024. The subject is, of course, religious studies. And on a good note, religious studies has to be my favorite, because if it's religious studies, then that means that that's the last day of the week for classes. And so I don't have to keep you all so late for Friday. You have Friday free. So it's gonna be topic is gonna be, we're looking at the temptations. Question, what do y'all do on Fridays and y'all don't have no class? I'm curious.
I read over my notes.
I
only work until 12:30.
I relax.
Go to practice.
Or I do a project to
The
school.
project. Antoine, you say you go over your notes? Why are you lying to me?
I lied.
Yeah, right. But you go over your notes.
For the stuff we do in here, I didn't start yet in regular grade 7.
Okay, you have to revise on a day off. You have to revise over your notes. Have to. Lamar says sleep. You have all night to sleep. You realize you sleep all night? You have all night to sleep. Sleep is done in the night. Sleep is done in the night.
Mr. Petit, last night, my sister was sleeping on my bed and she kicked me hard in my back.
Okay, so we're looking at temptations. Let's look at the scripture. The scripture reference is going to be Luke chapter 4, verses what? 1 through what? 13. Luke chapter 4, verses 1 through 13. All right. Tempted. So tempted means to be pressured. Oh boy. To be pressured. To do something. So that means to be tempted. Someone is trying to pressure you to do something that is wrong. Fast. What fast means? To
not eat for
To go a period without doing something for religious reasons or answers.
Right. To go without. So during the fast, do you eat food or you don't eat food?
You don't eat food.
Mr.
You can only eat at a certain time.
And water.
Yes. For spiritual reasons. Okay. All right. Anyone ever been on a fast before?
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
For Thanksgiving, we should do that before Thanksgiving Day.
Okay. To go without food and or water for spiritual reasons. So during your fast, you are praying, you are, you know, trying to keep your mind in a spiritual and devotional atmosphere. And that's what Jesus was doing after he got baptized. So Jesus was led into the wilderness, by the Holy Spirit, to be tempted by Satan. Why do you think the Holy Spirit led him to the wilderness to be tempted by Satan? What's the point?
To see if he will obey or do what he knows right.
Yeah, to show that he was what? Loyal, and what else?
Ready for a new step
To show his commitment, right? Show his
Yeah, and
commitment.
holiness.
To show his commitment. And more than that, remember Jesus is our example. So he had to go through temptation to show us how to endure and temptation and how to overcome. All right. So he was in the wilderness for how long?
40 days or 40 nights.
days.
For 40 days and 40 nights. Why does that sound familiar? Anyone remember a story that
Noah's Ark.
Noah and the ark.
Yes.
Yeah.
During this time, Jesus fasted. So the Bible records 3 main temptations. From Satan. The first one is
to eat bread.
Not to eat bread.
To turn the stone and the rock into bread.
Exactly.
Like I have something about fasting, right? The church I had gone to, the pastor, we all everybody in the church was fasting, right? And one day I saw my pastor eating Wendy's. I tell my mommy, you know, she could tell me, stop lying. He beat me.
I don't know how to respond to that. But the temptation of if you're looking for a good example, and look at Jesus, he overcame, and he actually fasted. Okay, so the first one is the temptation is to turn stone to bread. And that was a temptation because remember Jesus was what?
Fasting.
He was fasting. More than just fasting, he was also what? He was also what?
Hungry.
Hungry. He's
Malnourished.
Hungry. You want to eat for 40 days? Come on. Human beings, what do you say? Man shall not live by what?
Bread alone.
Bread alone.
By the word of the Lord.
So man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. The next one was jump from what?
A building?
Jump from
the cliff into the city of something.
Jump from the top of the temple. Jump from the top of the temple. That was the next. And
let your angels show forth.
Yeah, and let your
Mr. Petty, what about Matthew 4 verse 9?
Matthew is also recorded in Matthew. That's correct.
When
Um,
he have offered Jesus the world in return for a act of worship.
that's the third one. We come into that.
Okay.
Okay, so the second one, what is his response? It is written, do not what? Tempt the Lord thy God. Every temptation that came, Jesus always came back with scripture. He did not come back with his opinion. He didn't come back with his reasoning. He did not come back with his idea. He came back with scripture. So he's given us a format on how we can overcome temptation. Next one was become, bow down and worship him. Bow down and worship Satan in place of riches. But Jesus said what? It is written, you shall worship the Lord. You should worship and serve who? Only what? Only God.
Only one God.
Only one God.
Yeah, so those were the temptations and those were his responses. Now, fortunately, Jesus overcame every single temptation. This would not be the only time that he would be tempted of the devil. Throughout his whole ministry, he would constantly be assailed by temptations left and right. Yet, at every point, he proved to be victorious, which shows that if we connected with him, we can also be victorious in times of temptation. And so after the temptation, so after Satan left, holy angels of God ministered unto Jesus. Let me just be explicit. They gave him food and helped him regain strength. So lesson learned. Well, first of all, we learned from this that it's not.
The table blocking the words.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this smaller. We learned from this encounter, or we learned from this study that it is not wrong to be tempted. It's not wrong to be tempted, but it's wrong to what?
Give in to temptation.
Wrong to give in to temptation, right? Right? And temptations can be overcome by doing what? Temptations can
refusing
be
not
overcome by what? Using the what?
the word of God.
Word of God. All right. Okay, that's our study for this evening. So question, how many temptations did Jesus receive from Satan? Three temptations. Very good. How long was Jesus in the wilderness?
40 days.
40 days.
3 days and 40 nights.
40 days and 40 nights. Who led Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted?
Satan.
No, who led Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted?
Oh, the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit. Very good. The Holy Spirit. Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, are you there? Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Satan told Jesus to turn the stone to bread. What was Jesus' response?
Man should not live off bread alone.
Very good. Man should not live off bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. What does it mean to fast?
To like
To go without food or
to
water
go
for
without food or water for special reasons.
Very good. To go without food or water for spiritual reasons. Anyone can answer this. What does it mean to be tempted?
To
be
go,
pressured
To be pressured to do something.
to be pressured to do something or
Very good.
purpose.
To be pressured to do something. Anyone can answer this one. So what was the second temptation?
Jump from the top of
Jump from the
the
top of the building.
Jump from off the top of the
temple.
temple. Very good. Okay, so what was Jesus' response to that one?
Do not tempt the Lord thy God.
Very good. Don't then. So after, true or false, after Satan angels left Jesus, Jesus was left there famishing. True or false?
False.
False. What ended up happening?
The angels came and gave him food and helped him regain strength.
Very good. Jesus said, you should worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. To what temptation was this uttered?
Bow down and worship Satan.
Bow down and worship Satan.
Very good. Bow down and worship me. Okay. Is it wrong to be tempted?
Yes.
Is it wrong to be tempted?
It's not wrong to be tempted, but it's wrong
No,
to
sir.
give in.
It's wrong. Is it wrong to be tempted?
No.
No.
But I think it should be.
No, sir.
No, it's not wrong to be tempted. It's wrong when to what? When you what?
To give in.
Give in.
Give in to temptation. Okay. Do you all have this written down? Let me know if you have this written down.
Yes,
Not
sir.
yet.
I'm doing the temptations right
Yes,
now.
sir.
I don't know if you have this written down.
I'm doing the temptations.
What I need y'all to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Once you've already done that, then you can leave. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all next week, Monday. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Misa, she's going to send the picture of the
Schedule.
schedule.
Good night.
I can't hear you, Aaliyah.
She said she was gonna send the BJ's schedule for all the
Night, Mr. Petit.
For what?
By God's grace.
All right, take care.
she
For what?
the BJC schedule
Night, Mr. Petit.
When did you say she can send it?
Night.
after she finished eating.
No problem. That's fine. It's fine.
Good night.
Good night. Have a
Tomorrow's my
wonderful.
birthday.
Good night.
Good night,
Ah.
Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night. Happy pre-birthday.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good one. Have a good
Have a
one.
blessed day.
You too. Have a good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night.
I send you a message. Because you just say
One second. No, let me unmute this. Let me end the recording.